From the iShin Broadcast Studio, it's What's Treading, brought to you by Apex.
Hey everybody, it's Christian Hinton with Tire Review. Welcome into another episode of What's Treading. I'm here today with Todd Pickens, the Chief Commercial Officer at Turbo Wholesale Tires. Todd, thank you so much for joining me today. We cannot be happier to have you in the studio.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, and I really appreciate the tour of the facility. It's very, very impressive, so it's been time well spent. Thank you.
Oh, no problem at all. You ready to get going?
Sure, I'm ready to get going.
All right, let's talk a little bit about the launch of Turbo's new Rolling Big Power, or RBP, TBR commercial lineup. Talk a little bit about that, and talk about why Turbo decided to venture into the commercial space.
Yeah, it's a space that we had sold commercial truck tires before, branded commercial truck tires, and it was a natural evolution for us. Mm-hmm. Philip Kane, our CEO, previously ran the commercial truck tire business for Goodyear and had a corporate job at Pirelli running their global commercial tire business. So it was a natural progression for us. But we didn't want to just come in and be another fourth-tier tire that only had a few lines and a few SKUs and did it over time. So we really took our time, and we wanted to make sure that we had a full lineup. So we have a full lineup of over 40 SKUs as we come to market. We partner with Double Coin. That was very important to us. We wanted to get with a manufacturer that had quality, had engineering, and had warranty. And so that was very, very important to us. And so we're very excited about getting this off the ground. And the first tires are already on the water on their way to us right now.
Nice. Awesome. And just a little bit more about your proprietary brands, Turbo's proprietary brands. Can you describe Turbo's go-to-market approach with your proprietary products over the next 6 months a little bit?
Yeah, what we do is we have 3 proprietary brands that we're the importer of record on. Okay. So that's Lexani brand,
sure,
the Lionheart brand, and then, as you mentioned before, Rolling Big Power, our RBP. So we're one of the things that you'll see over the next 6 months. There's a big concentration on rounding out our product screen on Rolling Big Power. When we came on board about 2 years ago, Rolling Big Power was mainly an off-road and mud tire type offering, and we wanted to make sure that we expanded it. So if you're one of our customers, one of our wholesale partners around the country, that you'd have a full lineup of light truck tires, all the way from HT, AT, RT, XT, all the way up through MT. And we will have that fulfilled by the middle of next year. So we're very excited about that because we have about 20 wholesale partnerships around the country that sell our proprietary tire, in addition to us selling it out of our own local warehouses that we do.
Sure. And talk a little bit about that space, the AT, the HT. Why did you find it so important? It's been a very popular space, especially since COVID, with overlanding or off-roading in general. Why is that space so important, maybe, for Turbo to dip their toes into?
Yeah, it's very important to us because we think the growth volume continues to be there. Yeah. I mean, as I'm sure you know, the RT space alone has exploded over the last 5 years. So we're very excited about getting into that space. And these HTs and ATs can be used not only on what we think of as traditional pickup trucks, but also on all the SUVs that are in the marketplace, and even the CUVs and those type of stuff. So there's just so much potential in that market that we definitely want to provide that to our retail consumers and also our wholesale partners.
Sure, absolutely. And sticking with the RBP brand, you recently, with the RBP brand, partnered with UFC lightweight contender Arman Sarukian. And partnerships like that are very interesting to me. Sports partnerships, or just partnerships in general. Why is a partnership like that so important to Turbo Wholesale Tires?
Yeah, we're trying to make sure that we're attracted to a wide range of people. And so we feel that our brings us the younger marketplace, yeah, and brings us this whole UFC marketplace as that continues to expand. And so we like to have influencers in those types of marketplaces. So we're super excited. We're very excited. He's up for fighting for the championship, yeah, within the next few months. So we're super excited about that. He will also be joining us at SEMA this year. Oh, awesome. And so we're introducing him to some of our key customers at a cocktail reception there as well.
That's awesome. Do you have any other sport type sponsorships in the works with any of your other brands, or is this just the one that you're?
Yeah, we also have a Lexani brand with Cooper Kupp of the Los Angeles Rams, a wide receiver for the Los Angeles Rams, and we also have a partnership with Kathy Ireland. So trying to go from maybe a little bit of an older crowd with Kathy Ireland.
Sure.
So we're always kind of looking for make sure that we're to a wide range of the general public.
Yeah, that's awesome. That to me, that's a very key market to hit, especially like you said, with those younger folks.
Yes.
Right? You really want to hit them, and sports are just such a huge market as well.
Presented from the Aishin Broadcast Studio at Babcock's Media.
Tire Review had the pleasure of being invited to the recent event, the open house in Detroit, and that's where Turbo introduced the Lexani Volt EC EV tire. So talk a little bit about Turbo's decision to enter the EV space and why you thought now was the best time to introduce that.
Yeah, for a couple reasons. Number one, with our headquarters being in Southern California, we're exposed to electric vehicles much more than here in the Midwest, right? So basically every third car when I'm going back and forth to the airport is an EV tire, and it's been dominated by the top tier 1 brands.
Yeah.
And we felt that we'd be able to bring in an offering under our Lexani brand that will give the consumer an opportunity when they have to go to replace these tires. You know, they're not running near as long as tires that go on a normal vehicle. The mileage just is not there because of the torque and other things.
Yeah.
So we wanted to be able to provide a value approach to these consumers, and we've been extremely successful. It's been on the marketplace now since March, and we've seen growth every single month, and we're continuing to look at adding sizes as that marketplace continues to grow.
That's awesome. The EV market itself it's growing at an immense rate, but like you said, certain areas of the country, it's bigger than it is in other areas. So I think that's a testament to how you guys plan to grow that. So what is next for Turbo Wholesale Tires? I know that's a broad question, right? But what are some goals Turbo has going forward? And then I've got a follow up to that one after that.
Yeah, so we want to grow our brands. We really want to build our brands. You know, we're currently probably a top tier 4 brand. We want to get into the middle of tier 3, especially with our Lexani brand. Sure. Lexani brand, that's where you see the majority of our marketing behind the Lexani and the rolling big power. But on the passenger side, will be on the Lexanis. We will continue to add sizes and product lines. We'll be refreshing our Lexani line over the next year, and then we'll continue to separate that from our Lionheart line. Our Lionheart line then will be more of a tire that we use to attack the price points in the marketplace.
Yeah, it's interesting. You brought up tire tiers, and just for my own personal interest, how do you as a wholesaler or just in general with your proprietary brands value tire tiers? Like, how do you decide yourself, hey, this is going to be our tier 4 or tier 3 offering? Like, what do you put into that decision? Yeah,
it's very interesting. We believe that the marketplace decides what tier you're in. Sure. So we could say wherever we want to be, then there's certain things you need to provide to be there. That's why we launched the Lexani Ignite program, an associate dealer program in March of this year, because you need to be a full, like, you know, we want to act and be like a manufacturer. Yeah. So we want to take care of our end consumers or end customers and make sure that they have opportunity to build some value into their tire as well. Sure. So not only do you build a quality tire with the appropriate warranty and road hazard and all that type of stuff, you need to provide other vehicles, whether it be POS or associate dealer programs where they can earn money back. And so we feel that we have to earn our space within those tiers, but we're committed to growing our brands and moving up the space.
Sure, absolutely. And last question here, what challenges does Turbo Wholesale Tires face in today's market, and how is Turbo addressing those challenges?
Yeah, the major challenges in the marketplace over the last 3 or 4 months have been freight charges. As we bring our tires in from the Far East, that's been a challenge of ours. We think it's loosening up a little bit, but then as I'm sure you know, the East Coast just went on strike this week, so we're monitoring that very, very closely. And then in addition to that, with the overall inflation and the overall economy, tier 1 and tier 2 brands have really seen some difficulty over the last 18 months, and they don't want to give up that market share. Yeah. So they're coming down the food chain, and we're trying to go up the food chain. We've been very fortunate that we've seen major growth in our market share over the last 2 years, and so we're very proud of that. But we're hustling very hard and trying to make sure that we're listening to not only our customers but the end consumers.
Sure, absolutely. Todd, thank you so much again for joining us today, and to you all, thank you so much for watching another episode of What's Treading. We'll see you next time.